Peace, y'all. What's good? It's your boy God Science up in here. Up in here. This video is actually about the Tommy Sotomayor and Israel doctrine debate. Now, first off, I want to say this debate ran much smoother than it was basically two guys sitting down intellectually talking, even though they disagreed. It wasn't no name calling. It wasn't you fuck your mama, all that shit. It was none of that. It was actually a good discussion. And Israel doctrine. I have watched this brother a couple times. Um, I like the brother. You know what I'm saying? He seems like a humble dude. And a lot of things that he talk about, I agree with. You know, a lot of things he talked about, I agree with. Now he was on Tommy's platform and he was talking about all the things that Sonetta said, how he can suck his Sonetta's dog's dick and all this. I'm gonna make a video about Sonetta. I mean, certain things that I don't like what he does, especially this damn name calling. I call that shit conscious spiritual gang banging, because this is basically what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just gang banging covered up in so-called consciousness or spirituality. I don't know what the hell that is. But anyway, I got a couple of I think he made a couple of good points in this debate. One of the main things that they talked about is what's going on in Chicago. And if everybody lives in don't live under a rock, or live in the United States, they know, everybody knows what's going on in Chicago. The census killings, little kids getting shot, babies getting shot. It's freaking crazy. It's freaking crazy, and it's not only there. It's like majority of inner cities. That can be a whole other video about violence in not only Chicago and in all other places. But I think both of these brothers I agree with a lot, but not 100%. There's a lot of things that I don't agree with. Like, for instance, Tommy talked about, certain people in the conscious community is teaching that the black woman is God. I personally don't believe that. Now, like I said in my other video, I believe we all have the potential to be God. It's a process. Just because you black doesn't make you righteous. Just because you black doesn't make you God or anybody God. It's a process. So I agree with them on that point. And one of the things that another thing that I disagree with is in the circle conscious community of the white man being the devil. Now, if you hear, I know y'all have heard this saying before, and I don't think you can paint all white people with that brush. You know what I'm saying? He said that, if a person is righteous, no matter what color you are, nationality, culture, whatever. If you're Asian, white, black, green, whatever, and your heart, you're a righteous person, your heart is to live a righteous life. I think that, I accept that. I agree with that. I don't think just because you're white, you can't be righteous. And that's one of the main reasons why, I disagree with a lot of things that the Nation of Islam and certain Pan-African brothers teach. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there is racism. You ain't never going to hear me sit here and tell you that it's not racism. Yes, some white people are freaking wicked. But I have a belief that every culture has wicked people. Every culture has good people. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find good people and evil people everywhere. I do agree that the system was set up by wicked white men, so it does work against us. But at the same time, I'm not going to paint the whole picture of it, of all whites being devils or wicked. I don't think it's true. But majority of the things that they spoke about, I agree with it. But there's something that I disagree on with Israel doctrine, and that's he believes the Bible is going to be the salvation for black people. I disagree with that. I think for hundreds of years we have tried the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not just speaking out my mouth. I grew up a Christian. My mom raised me a Christian. My grandmother raised me a Christian. I was forced to go to church, like a lot of people were. Sunday you got to get up and go to church, even though you don't want to go to church. And one of the main things with Christianity, what I would like to ask Israel doctrine, is the don't ask question. Ever since I was young, you see, the Bible is a book that it has a lot of contradictions in it. It's a lot of symbolism, and you can easily get confused. I mean, I know some people that actually think there was a snake talking in the garden. You know what I'm saying? Now, we all know snakes doesn't talk, but the Bible is written in a code, and Tommy was asking some real questions where I don't think Israel doctrine was answering them 100%, or I don't agree with his answers. The Bible, I mean, in slavery, when Africans got over here over slavery, one of the main books that we was allowed to read was the Bible. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, the Bible is bad. I don't believe that. There's a lot of good things in the Bible. I say the 23rd Psalm every night with my daughter, and I say it because it comforts me. You know what I'm saying? It comforts me. But the Bible is, I don't think that's going to be our savior. I think the problem, some of our people are too locked into the Bible where they can't think outside of it. You know what I'm saying? And one of the main things in the Bible that I disagree with is that God of the Bible. There's a lot of things, for instance, Butter Polite made a statement once and said the God of that Bible is bipolar. Now, when I first heard it, I laughed about it, but I sat down and thought about it, and it makes a little bit kind of sense. It's a lot of contradictions going on. The God in the Bible acts like, for instance, in the book of Job, how Job was tried to the point that God wanted to see if he was going to kill his own son to show how much he loves me. I mean, thinking about that, I'm like, why would God push somebody? If you don't have kids are, I always say, nobody will ever know what love is until you have your kids. You know what I'm saying? As parents, nobody wants anything to happen to their kids, but God, the Almighty, the All-Wise, will push this man to make him lose his home, lose his family, everything that he freaking had, and then see if he's gonna kill his sacrifice his son. It just didn't make any sense. Why the hell would God want somebody to do that? So the Bible, that can be another whole freaking video. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but I don't think the Bible is, I think some of us need to get, now the Bible could be used. Like I said, there's good in the Bible. A lot of people argue whether Jesus existed or not. My opinion is, even if he didn't exist or not, the Jesus in the Bible, if you read his scripture, it's an example. It's an example of how great humanity could be. The good that's in every human being. You know what I'm saying? So regardless if he didn't exist physically or not, there's meaning behind, you know what I'm saying? You can get good things out of it. There's a lot of, you can get, morality, morals, things like that out of the Bible. So it's not all bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, he also talked about how black men, some black men thirst. They you put a steak in front of a dog, and you know how that dog will like drool at the mouth. Some black men, they get up in the morning and the first thing they want to do is go attack another black man. I agree with him on that. There's a lot of self-hate going on in the so-called black community. Brothers want to fight each other, and they will sit down all day and talk about the cracker this and the cracker that, but they will never go attack the cracker. But they'll go attack their neighbors. For instance, Israel Doctrine made he was talking about how, you live in this, in a community, and I'm paraphrasing all his stuff. All right, you live in a community, people that that you working hard trying to feed your family like everybody else, and they will steal from you. They won't go to the rich and steal from the rich and then bring it back to the poor. No, they'll steal from the poor. They'll steal from the poor. You know what I'm saying? And I have personal experience from that. I know everybody does. I mean, just like a couple months ago in the community where I stay at, they broke in my wife's car and took a TV. Not only that, I had a medical supplies in front of my door by FedEx. They stole that shit. It wasn't white people doing that. It was my fucking neighbors. The same, excuse my language, but the same people that I live around. So I understand what he was talking about with that, and I agree with him 100% on that. You know what I'm saying? We like to hurt each other. You know what I'm saying? And until we stop doing that shit and it's no unity. Put it like that. It's no unity. So anybody could come through in our community and just pick us apart like that. There's no, there's no unity in the so-called black is community. Everything is separation. If it ain't separated by religion, it's separated that you from this different block. If it ain't from you from this different block, or you from the south side, I'm from the east side. If it ain't that, you banging with this gang, I'm banging with that gang. If it ain't that, it'll be what kind of fucking shoes you wore, or he's wearing these sneakers. It's always some type of separation. And I think the problem is that's human beings period. They like to click up on everything. They're always clicking up on everything. And I think that goes deeper than just black people. That's just human beings, period. We like to click up. You know what I'm saying? But other things let's see. He talked about the Willie Lynch. Excuse my language, people. Willie Lynch. Now, a lot of people say this didn't exist. And even if it didn't exist, you can see Willie Lynch. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think Israel Doctrine made one of the most powerfulest points that he did in the whole debate was choices. Choices. Even if, let's say, Willie Lynch exists, Jim Crow. It's not an excuse. Yes, all right. The system is oppressing you. It's harder for and I don't even like saying that it's harder for black folks. I don't even like saying that because I don't believe in putting on limitations. But some people will use that as an excuse and be like, well, I had to go sell drugs because it's hard for a brother to get a job and shit. When another person will go and get a fucking job or start his own business. You know what I'm saying? Basically what I'm saying that everybody's going to fall victim to the Willie Lynch. There's some people out there, no matter what fucking color they are, they're going to succeed. And that's the things that I teach I try to teach my kids. And I think it's all a plot to put in your mind that, oh, you are a minority, you're black, the white man is going to come do this and the white man is going to do that. The white man is like a damn boogeyman. He's going to do every freaking thing. I can't stand that type of thinking because then it puts limitations on you. And then it's like a victim type mentality is that, well, we can't do this and we can't do that because, they're oppressing us, which is bullshit. There's always a choice, people. There's always a choice. Now, I made some bad choices in my life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has made bad choices. And if they had a damn DeLorean, they'll get in it and go back in time and try to change it. But we can't. But everybody has choices, man. You know what I'm saying? Why some people, you can put two people in the same community. For instance, Chicago. You can put two people in the south side of Chicago, where the baddest part possible, and one person will have ambitions and dreams, and he will rise and leave that. He will leave. Look at Dwayne Wade. I mean, people like Carcino for life. He grew up in Chicago, and look at him now, a businessman. Why? Because of fucking choices. Some people just want to take the easy route. Now, I've been in the streets when I was young, all right? And I've seen how fast life, but at the end of the day, when I look back now, You know what I'm saying? Being in my late 30s and sitting back and looking now, majority of them are dead or they're in jail. And why I'm not in jail? Because I made different choices. I got bagged once, went to jail one time, and from that one time learned this shit ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the main problems in the black community too. Everybody wants to be hard. Everybody wants to be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Embrace who the fuck you are. If you a nerd, be a nerd. I'm a nerd. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm a nerd. I embrace who I am. And when you embrace who you are, it seems like you win. You win more. When you're not, and you try to go and live be this tough gang banger hard, and that's not you. That's when you get crossed. You probably die, or you go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to play a role that you're not. So, you know what I'm saying? All these gangsters out there, these people out there that's acting like they hard and all that, stop it, man. Just be who the hell you are. All right. And he also talked about, let's see, fighting black devils. We all know there's black devils. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, one of the main problems in the so-called black community is the negativity. We love negativity. I mean, look at my channel, all right? I try not to curse. I talk about, I just tell my opinions. Yeah, I might get some views and stuff like that. I might get some likes and things like that. But I bet you if I was on here fighting with some other dude and like a world star where I was just showing people getting their ass whooped, I'm saying, females fighting, I bet you my subscribers I'll probably get up to like 10,000 subscribers in a fucking week, because we like to see negative shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe when the people come with, oh, we want peace, we want love, bullshit. You don't want peace and love. You want to see that dirt. You want to see the negative shit, especially the people, the trolls in the comments, where, they get up every morning and, oh, let's see where I can leave a negative comment. I mean, people just are fucking negative, period. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly what I was talking about. The crabs in the barrel mentality. People like to see, what I've noticed is people don't like to see you do better than them. Put it like that. And it can be from your closest friend to your family. And it hurts when it's your family. But it's like people likes to see when you're down. You know what I'm saying? When you're down, and especially when they feel like they're needed, like, you need them. Oh, that blows their ego up. That shit, they come off on that. You know what I'm saying? But when you start standing by yourself, and you don't really need that person anymore or nothing, then you start getting what I call the funny style. You start getting the weird vibes from people. So it's like this game of, we got to do better than this person, and if he tell you what I got, oh, look what I got. And it's all a competition game that makes me sick. I hate playing it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't play it because there's so many other things, challenging things in life, that I gotta worry about what the fuck Bobby has next door, and, oh, I gotta live up to what he got, so I gotta run out there and try to get this to show him that I got this. It's just like a stupid dumbass game that adults are playing, Anyway, man, excuse me for my language, kids, if you're watching. Like I said, man, I like this dude, Israel Doctrine. I like how the conversation went, but I don't agree that the Bible is gonna be the answer. I think it's going to be more of us going within ourselves and realizing that God is nowhere outside of us but in ourselves. But that's just me. No disrespect to any person like Christian, anybody that believes in the Bible. This is just my opinions. What you guys think, man? First off, thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I'm up to like 90 subscribers, man. I'm grateful for it, for you guys watching the videos, for liking it. I appreciate it. Leave a comment and tell me, if you think I'm on it or if you think I'm full of shit. Whatever, man. Like it or dislike it. All right? I'll be up with another video, man. Anyway, y'all have a good holidays. Peace.